When you hear the term free software, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Convenience? A great deal? A lifesaver for your budget? But what if I told you that free software isn't really free? Think about it. Every app you download without spending a dime, every free antivirus or productivity tool, there's always a catch. Sometimes it's right in front of you, like annoying ads, but often it's hidden in plain sight. Have you ever wondered how these companies sustain themselves while giving away their products for free? Spoiler alert, it's not out of the goodness of their hearts. There's a saying in the tech world: if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Intrigued yet? Let's take a closer look at what's really going on behind the scenes of that seemingly free software you're using every day. The exploitation extends beyond just developers and users in wealthy countries. In many cases, free software thrives in developing nations, where alternatives might be scarce or too expensive. Companies often take advantage of these populations, monetizing their data and offering subpar, exploitative user experiences. These practices perpetuate a cycle of dependency where the users bear the brunt of the costs. The sobering reality is that free often comes with hidden strings attached. Before downloading that free app or tool, consider the deeper implications. Who is really benefiting and at what ethical cost? The word free is one of the most potent triggers in human psychology. It taps into our innate desire to gain something without sacrifice, bypassing the critical thinking part of our brains. However, when it comes to software, the term free is often a carefully crafted illusion. It's not just a generous offering, it's a strategy. Whether it's a free app, a browser extension, or a desktop tool, there's almost always a hidden cost lurking beneath the surface. Let's consider free photo editing software. At first glance, it might seem like a gift, a chance to edit professional quality images without spending a penny. But behind the scenes, these tools often come with embedded trackers that collect your data, from browsing habits to personal information. But more on this later. Gaming apps, which promise endless hours of entertainment for free, are another prime example. They may be riddled with microtransactions, constant ads, or even behavioral nudges designed to keep you spending. The free label creates a powerful illusion of value, making users believe they're getting a great deal. This illusion is so convincing that most people don't pause to question how the company behind the software is sustaining itself financially. The harsh reality is that nothing is truly free in the digital age. When you start peeling back the layers, you'll find the real cost hidden in plain sight, whether it's your data, your time, or even your peace of mind. The free label is just the beginning of a far more complex and often unsettling story. When we talk about the cost of free software, we often overlook the most valuable asset that's being exchanged: your data. In today's digital world, data isn't just an abstract concept, it's a powerful commodity, the new gold. Free software companies are acutely aware of this, and they capitalize on it by collecting every morsel of information you unknowingly provide. Whether it's through your search history, app usage patterns, or even your location, your data is being gathered, analyzed, and monetized. Take free VPN services, for example. Many of these promise enhanced privacy, but in reality, they might be logging your browsing activity and selling it to advertisers, undermining the very protection they claim to offer. It's a classic bait and switch. You think you're securing your personal data, but you're unknowingly handing it over to third parties. Even innocent apps like weather trackers or flashlight apps often ask for permissions they don't need. Location data, contacts, and sometimes even private details like passwords. The infamous Cambridge Analytica scandal serves as a glaring reminder of how free platforms can misuse personal information. It wasn't just about collecting data, it was about weaponizing it, influencing elections, and manipulating public opinion, often without the explicit consent of users. The terrifying reality is that most users don't even read the fine print of the terms and conditions, where these practices are often disclosed. Once your data is out there, control slips through your fingers. It's not just about receiving targeted ads. Your data can be exploited for far more sinister purposes. From financial fraud to identity theft, the possibilities are endless. As a user, you become the product, and your data is the real cost of downloading that free software. So the next time you hit install, remember, the price you're paying isn't always as transparent as it seems. Free software often seems like a win, but the hidden costs can take a toll on your productivity and security. Let's start with security. Free antivirus programs, for example, might protect you from basic threats, but they often lack robust features like ransomware protection or advanced firewalls. Even worse, some free software includes malware or spyware, putting your entire system at risk. Then there's the productivity angle. Free tools might not offer the same level of functionality, support, or updates as paid alternatives. Ever tried a free project management app that crashed during a critical moment? Or a free video editing tool that watermarked your entire project? These small inconveniences can quickly snowball, wasting time and causing frustration. Additionally, free software often comes with frequent, intrusive ads or limitations designed to push you toward the paid version. While you think you're saving money, you're really sacrificing efficiency and focus. Over time, these small compromises add up, costing you far more than you anticipated. So, while the promise of free is tempting, it's worth asking, how much is your time, security, and peace of mind worth? Free software might not ask for your money up front, but it's not as cost-free as it seems. The freemium model has become a cornerstone of modern software distribution, and while it has undoubtedly transformed how we access digital tools, it also harbors one of the most insidious traps for users. At first glance, the concept seems straightforward. Companies offer a basic version of their product for free, attracting millions of users. But behind this seemingly generous offer lies a well-thought-out strategy. After users become dependent on the free version, they introduce premium features or remove certain limitations, compelling you to pay for what you now feel is essential. Take cloud storage services, for example. They offer a small amount of free space to get you started, but once you start storing files, you'll inevitably hit the limit. At this point, you're faced with two choices: delete files or pay to upgrade for more storage. Free productivity apps follow the same model. You may get access to basic features, but once you need advanced tools like offline editing or premium templates, you're expected to pay for a subscription. The genius of the freemium model lies in its psychological manipulation. Once you've integrated a tool into your daily routine, the idea of switching to an alternative seems inconvenient and time-consuming. This makes users more likely to upgrade, even if they initially only intended to use the free version. For those who resist, there's constant pressure, relentless reminders about the features they're missing. It's a calculated tactic, and unless you stay aware of the strategy, you might find yourself paying for something you never planned on. Behind the appealing veneer of free software lies a much darker reality: ethical concerns and exploitation. Open source developers, those passionate individuals who pour countless hours into creating free tools, often do so without significant recognition or compensation. Yet, corporations, with their vast resources, regularly profit by repackaging these tools, monetizing them, and leaving the original creators with little to show for their efforts. This exploitation of developers is just one side of the story. Another significant ethical dilemma revolves around how these free tools operate. Many free software options include aggressive, invasive ad targeting practices. These ads aren't just about displaying a banner. Some even trick users into downloading unrelated programs, compromising their devices, or unwittingly sharing sensitive personal information. In some cases, free tools introduce vulnerabilities, creating risks for users' devices and personal security. So, the real question is, are you really willing to pay the hidden price of free software? While it may seem harmless at first, understanding the true cost of free can help you make smarter, more informed choices the next time you download an app or use a service. Ultimately, the free label often hides a far greater cost than we'd like to admit. If you enjoyed the video and found it valuable, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next upload.